Our last guest here on the show today, let's go ahead and bring in Sonja James. She's the principal over here at Sheiko Elementary. But also, we will be joined with Chanel Murff and Josh Hawkins to talk more about the Hyphen Academy. But first, let's go ahead and start with you, Principal. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well.
How have things been going?
It's been going. We are doing some really big things again at Sheiko Elementary, and I'm just glad that you all have us on to talk to you about Hyphen mentoring and what they're doing at Sheiko.
I will say every time I see the little kids, we're talking like what, kindergartners, first grade, outside lined up with their little mask, they are so adorable.
That's our preschool program, actually, and those kids will they start out at Sheiko in the preschool and GSRP, then they head over to Doherty for grades K1, 2, then they come back to Sheiko for third grade. So yes, they are adorable.
How's it going though, since you guys have been back in the classrooms? Everything good?
Everything's great. You know, we have been back for a while, and we are running the hybrid program, and so our kids have been in the building. We have the cohorts, our A and our B cohorts. And I can say that since we've been in, we've had minimum impact in terms of anything at the building level. We did close down for a time, but that was district-wide. Other than that, we have been doing really well. And I must commend our kids because they do a nice job of following protocol with their mask and keeping that spacing throughout the day as they're walking into the building. And they've just, you know what? They've just rolled with it. They've been doing a really nice job.
I think they're better than some of us adults at that.
You know what? They are a lot easier than many of the adults. They know that this is the rule and this is what's going to help keep their families safe. And I think for the kids, that's really the perspective they are coming from, is making sure, one, I keep my family safe and I'm keeping my teachers safe by following the directions and the rules. So I think they look at it from just that huge safety lens, and I want to protect my family.
So before we bring in Chanel and Josh, can you give us a little bit of background about the Hyphen Academy Group?
Okay, well, Hyphen mentoring, they have different components to their group, but at Sheiko, we're focusing really in on the mentoring at this point, and we'll go into our summer program with them. However, you know, for our students, I look at our data and I look at the needs of the students at Sheiko Elementary. Most importantly, for many of our African-American students who may need that, that role model, just that one person in their life that can help have a positive impact. Now, many of our kids have both mom and dad in the household. And we do have many of our parents, many of our students who come from single family households as well. So it's not just a matter of the adult in the household. It's for us is a partnership to help continue to connect our students to school and to home, and that bridge in between. Because there are many times often that our kids may be struggling with that they may not want to speak to or talk to their parents about, but if they have that mentor that they can air their differences or share some of those connections with, that can be the difference between a student, the make or breaking point for many of our students. And when the opportunity presented itself to me, I said, this is just what we need here at Sheiko. And it's our goal ultimately is to have our students start at Sheiko and across our district. While Sheiko is the starting place, we do have mentees with our Lakers Online students, as well as some of our students from Roosevelt Elementary. So our goal ultimately is to have mentorship throughout the West Bloomfield School District, and starting with the upper elementary all the way through to high school. Because if we can pair our students with mentors that can help guide them throughout elementary in those years in middle school, which can be up and down for our kids, leading into high school, and just setting our kids up for success. The better and stronger we are earlier, the better and stronger our students are as they prepare for their future.
This really is a fascinating program. Josh Hawkins, if we can bring you in to the conversation quickly.
Yes.
So,
Good morning.
Good morning, Josh. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're good. So give us a background. What's your role in this?
So I'm one of the founding members of Hyphen Academy. We have been working with Sheiko for the past several months. Miss James has been our biggest champion, and it's been a pleasure to work alongside her and her students. Like Miss James was saying, we are really focused on mentoring and enrichment. And I've spent some time teaching high school kids, middle school kids in my college career. Every Saturday morning, I used to teach folks from all types of backgrounds every Saturday morning, instructing them in cultural history and some academic topics as well. And I realized the importance that has for the early stage student. The earlier you can expose them to interesting concepts, and the earlier that you can give them the skills that they need to be successful both in the classroom and outside of the classroom, the better off that they'll be holistically. And so that's what Hyphen is really all about. It's about preparing students for their next phase in life, both academically with enrichment skills, and then personally with intellectual skills, goal-setting skills, public speaking skills. And we try to bring that whole model together here at Sheiko and work with those students so that they can become the best middle school, high school, and college students that they can be for their future.
So, Chanel, if we can talk to you for just a second. I know that this is a new program. Why did you want to take part in this?
Absolutely. So in addition to Josh, we also have two other members, Mo Ways and Harry Ajagu. And so last year, after the pandemic continued to unfold, they realized that something had to happen. Once we realized kids were not getting back in the classroom immediately, this 2-week break that we thought was going to happen, where we shut down, they put
It's
together
been a long 2 weeks.
Right? Here we are a year later.
Very long.
Here we are a year later, but it was important to put together a summer program where we brought in 13 teachers and 100 students over the course of 2 weeks and taught some math and reading concepts that we knew they weren't going to actually have over the school year that they missed. And so for me, I have had mentors all in my life, starting at a young age, whether they were formally through some programs or informally. Miss James always talks about how when I was in high school, I would come into Sheiko before Sheiko was really Sheiko and do some community service with the school. And so she was a mentor for me as I was preparing for my transition to Michigan. And so once I saw the work that the guys were doing, I knew that I wanted to jump in. One, I know there's some great people, but two, to add value and have an emphasis on girls as well at Sheiko and beyond. So I'm thrilled just to see the progress and the work. And we're excited as well for our summer program this year that is stemming based on what we saw last year and some of the gaps that we're seeing in the classroom today.
So where do you anticipate this program going?
Our long-term goal is, I know Ms. James is smiling, we don't want this to stop here. We want this to continue. So we have a set curriculum currently at Sheiko where we're focusing on goal setting, social-emotional intelligence, and public speaking. But we're continuing to expand that. We're working currently on a computer science curriculum, working additionally on some additional topics, as Josh mentioned, around holistic health. And we're trying to get all over Michigan and beyond. We have a virtual model where we want to have mentors that are local, but also virtual too, so you can see those people that were in the shoes. One of our mentors started off at the old Sheiko in 3rd grade and went all the way out to high school and graduated from West Bloomfield High School in 2014. But then we have mentors that go to HBCUs, Harvard, and so we want students to be exposed to all different backgrounds so that they're able to see what they can be.
I love this. I absolutely love this. So Hyphen Academy, started by a group of individuals from Harvard, Howard, University of Michigan. Are you U of M?
I am. Go Blue.
Go Blue. Tyler's like, oh.
I mean, we're wearing green today.
Georgetown Law.
I'm going to put on some green today. Don't worry.
God, thank you. Appreciate it.
California, Berkeley. And Miss James, if we can kind of bring you back into the conversation, you must be so proud.
Oh, I am like a mother hen to this group. I have to kind of catch myself because I've known Chanel for, I think I met her in middle school, I believe it was. And I just feel like they're my babies, so to speak. When they came to me with Hyphen, and I just know in terms of my own personal work and wanting our students to have the most productive experience and to be well-rounded people, I just felt that, you know what, how can I say no to this group? Because yes, there are a lot of things on my plate and there's a lot of things that we have to balance, but what's important? And what's important to me is to help grow our young students into being healthy, productive citizens. But in order to do that, some students may need some assistance along the way. As Janelle said, we all have mentors and we've all been mentored. And to be able to expose our students to this at such an early age is only going to strengthen them as productive adults later in their future. So I am just super excited. When I think about mentorship, the mentor is not the one who has shown you what they have done. They're the ones who walk alongside with you and work with you to show you what you are capable of doing along the way. And that's what our young people have been able to do at Sheiko so far. Our kids, when the girls and the guys come in, they talk to me about their mentoring sessions. You should see their eyes light up and the smiles that they have on their faces. And their mentors are like rock stars to them. When we talk about idols or who kids look up to, our students who have been assigned mentors truly look up to their mentors as, they are their superstars in their lives right now. So I just appreciate them bringing the opportunity to Sheiko. I think they probably came to me with a question, and then that question led to more deeper conversation. And I think they came to me just for some advice, but that advice turned into this phenomenal working relationship and now has turned into this mentorship program that we hope to grow throughout the West Bloomfield school districts. And we do hope that other districts join along with the Hyphen mentoring, and being it virtual makes it that much easier too for our kids.
Definitely. Josh, just another minute or so left here in the show, but before we say goodbye, I know that you had mentioned that you were a teacher, but what's been the big thing that you've gotten out of this, and are you guys looking for more people to join you?
I think the most rewarding thing is seeing the impact and the smile on the students' faces week after week. We've had one student just in the first few weeks of our program talk to us about his grades going up in math in particular. He got an A on a test that he was originally struggling with, and he credited a lot of his mentors for that coaching. We are growing, we are young, and we are excited. We hope to continue, as Ms. James was saying, with Sheiko and also other schools in the West Bloomfield district. And so what we do is we bring in extremely adept mentors from across the country. These folks can come from really elite colleges. They can come from incredible professional fields. They can come from backgrounds that will really connect and inspire the students that we're working with. And so our goal is to grow this over the summer with our summer program. Our goal is to grow it internally inside of Sheiko and also in the entire West Bloomfield school district. And once we get that momentum rolling even further, we hope that other districts will join along. So we're really excited about it, and I think the impact that we're going to have on the students is going to be amazing.
You guys seem like you have an amazing team taking advice and putting that advice into action. You can find out more. Go to their website. I know it's not completely finished just yet, hyphenacademy.org. We want to say thank you to all three of you for being with us here today. We so appreciate it.